Great big old house.
Welcome back to the Stockwell Eldridge Show. I'm Jason with RE/MAX Results.
And I'm Dawn Eldridge with RE/MAX Results.
And Stephanie Havel, Wells Fargo Home Mortgage.
So we're
And
Carol Kemmerer.
Carol Kemmerer is here, and we want to introduce her and start off. Carol, tell us about yourself, what you do. It sounds on break you told us a number of titles and a number of duties and jobs.
Sure.
So go into what got you started
show
in the
her
business.
book so our YouTube friends can show her book.
Hey.
So what we'll be talking about.
All
LinkedIn for the savvy executive.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I love what it says. Promote your brand with authenticity, tact, and power. I love all three of those words.
Absolutely. So I'm a professional speaker, an executive branding coach, and also the author of the book.
Nice.
So can people call you and schedule appointments with you because you're a coach?
Yep.
Well, okay.
Yep.
All right.
So tell us more about that. So when you say a personal branding coach, and kind of how did you
Get
get
started
started in this business?
Did it come out when LinkedIn came out, and then you said, "Oh, I'm going to start this," or was it before that?
No, it was after that. So my career has been as a writer, as a marketing communications person. And for 20 years, I worked with one very large Fortune 500 company, and they kept me so very busy that I declared I would not have competitors working against them, so I would just work with that one company. For 20 years, that was a long time to focus all of my marketing efforts into that one company.
It's that one brand, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, when they changed strategies about how they sourced their outside marketing communications talent, they sent all their work to an agency not even in the same state, and I wasn't eligible to do their work anymore. All of a sudden, I was dead in the water.
Wow.
And the other thing that I realized is that 20 years of my productivity, all of the things that I had written, were all company proprietary.
Oh, yes.
And so I couldn't put up a credible website with a portfolio because my portfolio was owned by the company. So I turned to LinkedIn. I had an account already, and I had a good profile, I thought. And I began to really study that because I thought, well, this is going to be what saves me and gives me the ability to do any kind of work again. Because I couldn't figure out how to advertise myself any other way. So at any rate, I listened to a lot of webinars, went to a lot of seminars, read a lot of stuff, tried to figure out really what makes this platform go. And one of the sessions I attended, they talked about how does a keyword search work. So I wanted to be known as a marketing communications person. I had always been a marketing communications person, so that made sense to me. I learned just how an executive headhunter would do that, do a search, and I expected to find myself on page 1 because I had great text. I knew my keywords, and they were all over that text.
Right, because nobody else was going to be a marketing consultant, right?
Right. Okay, so I thought, I'm going to be on page 1. I couldn't find myself even on page 10. And that's as far as it goes if you have a basic account.
Oh, wow.
I'm going, what the heck is wrong here? I've used all the words. I know the word count or the character count. How can this be that it doesn't find me?
Were you boosting your profile? We paying LinkedIn to boost it?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I began to study even more. It's like deeper into the just how does this platform go? And I finally heard somebody say how the search algorithm works. And first they look at your headline and see if it matches the keyword that's being used. Whether you're thrown out at that point or not, kind of questionable. But I was good on my headline because I put marketing communications in my headline. The second point that it looks at is your job title. My job title for well over 20 years had been either principal or partner. And there's no SEO for principal or partner. And it sure doesn't sound like marketing communications.
Oh, yep.
So I'm going, that's where I was eliminated from the search. All of my good words didn't count for anything because they weren't in the right places. I needed keywords that matched the keywords that were being searched for on my job titles. I'm going, what am I going to do about that? Well, then I thought, I can't be cut off at the knees twice. First, I found out I couldn't do a website. And then I found out that I was thrown out, before I even got to square one. Nobody was seeing my marketing communications experience. I thought, I can't let this stand. I've got to figure out how to really move this needle. And so I thought, well, you can't make up positions. But I was picked often for key positions in nonprofits and public venues. So I am on an international charity board. I've served the Edina Public School System on committees and the City of Edina on a committee. And the reason I'm picked is for my marketing communications expertise. So always, that's why they're looking for me. They go, let's get Carol because she knows how to put the words together. So on all those volunteer positions, I put marketing communications advisor and member of the board of trustees, marketing communication advisor and member of the such and such committee. Page 1, because I wasn't eliminated on that second tier. When I realized the power of that, I'm going, oh my gosh, LinkedIn is not a matter of luck, whether you're going to rank highly or not rank highly. We know how to influence that. So that was just a huge revelation to me that, it's something that you can work with. There are actually two things that really influence whether you be found and rank well on a keyword search. And one of them is your relationship to the person who's searching. And that means we need a big network. And the second is the number of times the keyword that's being searched for appears on your profile.
And is it in the profile or excuse me, what you just mentioned, having to be in your job title or somewhere else?
Well, the job title is considered to be part of your profile.
Okay, so it doesn't matter where it appears, because I thought what you were saying was the reason why maybe you weren't showing up was because of your job title. Like my title is branch sales manager, or if I just, branch manager. But so you're saying it doesn't matter if I have branch manager, if I have sales somewhere in my bio. Right. It's one and the same. In the title, the algorithm looks first at the headline and then at the job titles. And if you don't have the keyword anywhere in the job titles, you don't rank anymore. Okay. Okay. But if you've got it, rank anymore, isn't that
okay.
You don't show up. You won't show up in 10 pages of it even.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is
And
pretty nuts.
so that's when people are searching for those specific words?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in the corporate world, and I probably could use this in real estate and mortgage, I'm sure, for recruiting, but that's
Absolutely.
what they're using these Facebook a ton for recruiting, correct? Where they go in and they'll search, we're looking for an XYZ, and then they put in XYZ, and then boom, up pops
Yep.
Right.
a bunch of them, and then they can go after them. Or recruiters or headhunters or things like that that go after them.
Sure.
So does that, you go into a lot of that in your book, LinkedIn for the Savvy Executive, as far as how to promote yourself so you get the opportunity at these
Absolutely.
potential promotions or job changes or transfers or companies and things like that?
The other thing I want to make sure that people understand is that LinkedIn is not just for people who are looking for a new job. LinkedIn is for business. LinkedIn is something that people are looking for partners and people that they want to do business with all the time. So people may be looking at your profile and maybe not finding you. You know,
Right.
if they're not looking
Yep.
at you by name, if they're
Well,
not
and
looking
it is critical in our job. I mean, right now we have a situation where we have a manufactured home and we need to get a structural engineer, a licensed structural engineer. Like, okay, do I just Google structural engineers? No, I'm going to reach out on LinkedIn
absolutely.
and type in structural engineer and see that if
See
I
if
can
you have any connections or
connections,
third, or what is
or
it,
if
first,
I put
second,
a
or
post
third?
out there, maybe some other real
Yep.
estate professional
Right.
friends or somebody else in the industry can. So I agree with you.
I happen to know one
Yeah.
for you, Stephanie.
Do you?
Yes.
well, the only thing too is the properties outside the Twin Cities, but I will get that
That's
information
fine.
from you just in case. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's why I love it. And people give me a hard time because on Facebook I have 5,000 friends, and I'm a super networker on LinkedIn because I have a gazillion friends. But exactly for that reason.
How many do you have to become a super networker on LinkedIn?
Maybe Carol could
Well,
answer that.
Do you have 5,000 friends on Facebook?
Yes.
So you've capped, you cannot
unfortunately,
accept
some
any more
people.
friends?
Yes. Well, I have to unfriend people on occasion so that I
Oh
can
my gosh.
open up
So that
for new
opens up
people.
some new
Yes.
opportunities?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So if I've unfriended you, I'm sorry.
So on LinkedIn, the highest number that they list is 500 plus, but you can find
500,000?
No, 500. So once you get to 500, then you are, you go into like
Because I
another
think I have
category.
over 4,000 LinkedIn connections the last I checked.
Well, you may,
Yeah, like 4,000
but they don't
and
list
something.
them. They
Oh,
don't list
got it.
them for
Okay.
other.
You're just
people
trying to be
see.
like me,
Oh,
Grayson. I know.
I'm striving to get to that 5,000. So, hey, folks,
500.
connect with me on LinkedIn so I can pass Stephanie.
Stephanie Havel, Wells Fargo. It's Havel. Great information, Carol. We'll talk with you more in the next segment.
Stay tuned, folks.